What do you want to do when you grow up? What are your dreams? How far can you go to achieve that dream? So, from the volume 1 to 13 of Berserk, there has been many questions, many theories, many quotes, and everything else. But one thing which sticks out the most is dreams. Everything which happened from volume 1 to 13 is a result of one particular thing: Griffith's dream. A dream of acquiring his own kingdom. So, Berserk is a very dark and cruel world, and the main character of this story is Guts. Even people who haven't read Berserk knows about the character Guts. I'm not going to lie, but when I started reading Berserk, the emotional and mental side of Guts reminded me of me when I was 2 years younger. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm not comparing Guts to myself, it just he reminded me of me the way he is emotionally. But that what I mean is God seems very emotionless, very harsh to people, saying the first thought which came to his mind. He said anyone who get caught up in someone else's fight is a small fry who doesn't have the strength to survive on their own. With that, he is showing that he doesn't really care about someone. He doesn't really care about human life. But that's not true. We assume that a man who has been through literal hell will lose all his emotions, will lose all his humanity. But the only thing which is stopping Guts from becoming another Griffith, which is his humanity, his care for people, his care for human life. So he's trying to be emotionally rough so that he doesn't get connected to people, because the things he has been through from his childhood to adulthood is disturbing. He was born surrounded by corpses before someone else took him and raised him. The first person he really admired was Gambino, the person later he called father. The person who he thought to be his father sold him to a guy, and at that night, Guts got sexually violated. But Guts do kill Gambino, but it was a mistake, and it affected him to his adulthood. And then from his childhood to teenage years, he kept fighting in wars and collect some money for his survival. And on one day, he meets Griffith. And Griffith gives him two options. If you beat me in a duel, you can go away wherever you want. If you lose, you'll have to serve me under my commands. And after their fight, the one who was victorious was Griffith. He turned out to be an amazing fighter. Even Guts was surprised. And so, he joined the group Band of Hawks as Griffith as the leader. And in that group, the more time he spends with Griffith, the more connected he got. And when Griffith was talking to Princess Charlotte, he says, I consider a friend who does not cling on someone else's dream. A person who has his own dream and thrive for it, that person is whom I can call a friend. And Guts overheard everything. And at that moment, I can say Guts decide that he wants to be Griffith's friend. But after a couple of wars, after a couple of months, Griffith was getting closer and closer to his dream, and Guts decided he has to leave this group to find his own dream. And so he did. But once again, he was faced with Griffith, and he offered him two options. If you beat me in a duel, you can leave this group, but if not, you have to be under my command. But this time, Guts win. And his last word to Griffith was, take care. And he didn't even turn around to look any member of the group, and he just walked away. And this moment changed Griffith, because he knew that he cannot accomplish his goals without Guts. And so he decided that he will destroy the person he wants to become. And he went into Princess Charlotte's room, and they had a very intimate moment. And Princess Charlotte loses her virginity to Griffith. And when I read this part in the manga, it was disturbing. The King of Midland sees his wife in Princess Charlotte, the only person he truly loved. And he waited Princess Charlotte to grow up so that he can be with her in each and every way, even physically. And now when he got to find out that Griffith destroyed everything he ever wanted, even more than his kingdom, he decided to destroy Griffith. And that's what he did. He got captured and he got tortured and tortured for months. And even group Band of Hawks was captured, but couple of them survived. And when Guts found out that Griffith has been captured, he rejoined Band of Hawks to save Griffith. But when they reached the place where Griffith was captured, he was no longer human. He was a living corpse. And Guts was enraged. He got berserk and killed people here and there without thinking even once. And yes, they did save Griffith from that hell. But what's now? What they wanted is to rebuild the Band of Hawks as Griffith, the leader. But Griffith cannot even hold a sword. He cannot even walk. What's gonna happen now? And as I said in the starting of the video, how far can you go to achieve your dreams? And Griffith goes as far as someone can possibly go. And Griffith became a monster. So अगर कोई Berserk manga पढ़े, so from volume 1 to 12, Griffith seems to be a very good person because he did really care about human life, he did really care about his group, but what we really didn't know that he is just using everyone to achieve his dreams. And when he was given the chance of becoming something he really wanted, he sacrificed everything without even thinking once. And the first thing he did after becoming a monster is rape Casca. But the question is, why did he rape Casca? The reason is simple. Guts was the only person who made him forget about his dreams. So he wanted to take away each and everything Guts had, and there was only one person there. Casca. So he sexually violated her in front of him to show him that you cannot do anything. And that was a disturbing thing to read. But in reality, the sad part is there are more Griffiths than there are Guts. Maybe you who is watching this video is more like Griffith. Maybe I am more like Griffith. There are more chance of me being Griffith than Guts. And it's true, and it's when I think about it, it doesn't seem real, but think about this. Guts didn't lose his humanity. He didn't stop caring for human life. But on the other place, Griffith was the one who sacrificed his group. He was selfish for his dreams. And in real life, that's more common. But the next time you'll see yourself in the mirror, remember you are one of the Griffiths, not the Guts.